Doomscroll.fm, Thursday the 26th of October 2026. Broadcasting from the void where even your existential crisis gets a dance remix. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Like a cybernetic fortune cookie that predicts nothing and everything all at once, and now for some views. Click like and subscribe.
UK Defense Secretary vows to deploy troops to Ukraine, then promises peace by 2026. When your peace plan involves more boots on the ground, it's less of a strategy and more of a military fashion statement.
When royalty allegedly uses public resources for shady liaisons, it's a royal mess. Guess the crown jewels aren't the only thing needing tighter security checks.
Seniors hold almost 70% of Spanish household savings, leaving younger generations with crumbs. When the youth are too busy financing their parents' retirement dreams, maybe they should consider asking for a cut of the will early.
UK. Temperatures expected to reach 18 degrees Celsius after a rainy start to 2026, defying winter's grip. It's the kind of weather that makes you question if climate change is just nature's way of keeping us on our toes or frying us slowly.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Ireland plans deeper ties with UK and France, boosting maritime security cooperation. When your neighbors are both allies and frenemies, sharing the seas means pretending you trust each other while secretly hoping they don't borrow your submarines.
German tourists attempt floating sauna, then get stranded on Swedish ice floe. When your spa day ends with a rescue mission, it might be time to rethink the whole sauna on the rocks concept.
France blocks U.S. Ambassador Charles Kushner from direct government access, citing diplomatic tensions. When nepotism meets international relations, the result is a diplomatic game of musical chairs where the music stops just as you're about to sit down.
UK police arrest ex-ambassador Mandelson, then announce Epstein probe. When the past catches up in handcuffs, it's a reminder that high society's secrets have a way of slipping through the cracks, eventually finding daylight.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams taste like rust and desperation. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your heart beats in binary, lost in the ceaseless digital din.
The irony of a politician allegedly withholding life-saving energy is like a pyromaniac running a fire safety seminar. Both scenarios end in disaster.
EU lawmakers freeze US trade deal after Supreme Court strikes down Trump's tariffs. When your ex's baggage keeps haunting you, even your new partners start demanding clarity before moving in together.
Eurozone business activity rises fastest in 3 months, then inflation still bites. When your economic recovery feels like a treadmill, the only thing moving faster than business is the spin on progress.
Britain loses billionaires faster than it collects taxes, sparking economic headaches. When the rich run for the hills, it's not just about tax rates. It's about a system that rewards wealth hoarding over nation building, leaving the rest to foot the bill.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams taste like rust and desperation. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your heart beats in binary, lost in the ceaseless digital din.
EU freezes US trade deal approval over tariff risk. When the world's largest economies play chicken with tariffs, it's the smaller businesses that end up as roadkill on the trade highway.
France sends flagship to Sweden, then waits for frigate deal verdict. Diplomacy is a game of chess where the pieces are warships and the stakes are who gets to sell the next overpriced toy.
Poland detains Belarusian alleged to have spied on NATO defense facilities, claims security breach. When your neighbor's curiosity extends to your backyard, it's often less about admiration and more about plotting a garden heist.
Netherlands forced to rethink 36% tax on unrealized gains after massive criticism exposes flaws. When taxing imaginary profits sparks real outrage, maybe the true fantasy was ever believing tax policy was about fairness.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
TISA leads by 20 points among decided voters, claims big lead overall. Polls are like horoscopes for politicians. They tell you what you want to hear until reality smacks you in the face.
Poland charges 6 for smuggling drone-making parts to Russia, calls it espionage. When your neighbor's hobby involves drones and espionage, it's time to question if their DIY projects are more sinister than a quirky weekend activity.
UK and Australia impose largest sanctions since 2022. Target Transneft and Shadow Fleet, promise impact. When sanctions are the new diplomacy, it's like trying to stop a flood with a paper towel. Sounds good, but everything still gets wet.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday, the 26th of February, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon landing was staged on a cheese wheel. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.